Serving the universe from somewhere on the map, high atop the Wax Shack.
Greetings, red-blooded, verified Earth people, and those with no check mark. Yes, it's me, Zach the Wag, Zachary Ernesto Wagalino III. I'm your part-time podcasting pronounsticator and full-time weenie head. Good morning, fellow wackadoodles. Welcome to the one and only No Baloney, extra large and turbocharged The Wack in the Morning Show, live from the Nut Hut studio. Good morning. It's Monday. You know what that means?
Monday sucks. Monday sucks. It's Monday. It's Monday. ZachTheWack.com.
It's 6 a.m. and daylight breaks somewhere in the air. So grab your clothes and blow your nose, put on clean underwear. With Zach the Wack from his Whack Shack with all kinds of dumb. Here to start your day, his whack. Wake up your breakfast sticky buns. Wired up and fired up, grab your coffee to go. Get in your car and turn this podcast on, put down your phone. So get out of bed and move your butt and kick it in high gear. We're moving on, turn the volume up so everyone can hear. Every morning you should go to ZachTheWack.com. Stand up proud and say it loud, I whack in my car.
It is Monday, June 24th, 2024. Let's take a look at the birthday list. Erin Moriarty from The Boys turns 30.
Happy birthday!
Beanie Feldstein from Lady Bird and American Crime Story Impeachment is 31. Candace Patton from Bold and the Beautiful, The Game, and Flash is 36. Stassi Schroeder from Vanderpump Rules and Amazing Race turns 36. Soccer player Lionel Messi is 37. Solange Knowles, sister of Beyonce, is 38. Ariana Madix is 39. Minka Kelly from Friday Night Lights and Euphoria turns 44. Turning 45 is Mindy Kaling from the Mindy Project, The Office, and Ocean's 8. Sherry Stringfield from ER is 57. Nancy Allen from RoboCop is 74. Also from RoboCop is Peter Weller. He turns 77. And also turning 77 years young today is Mick Fleetwood of Fleetwood Mac. Former President Grover Cleveland passed away on this day in 1908. Also passing away on this date, David Tomlinson, Jackie Gleason, and Paul Winchell, to name just a few. And movies released on this day, Spaceballs, released in 1987.
The what? The what? And the what?
The Lion King came out in 1994. Bewitched in 2005. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen came out in 2009.
Impossible.
Cars 2 in 2011. The Black Phone and Elvis released in 2022.
I'm not even sure they were talking English.
And the streamer The Night Of premiered in 2016. Wow, can't believe it's been that long.
It happened on this day as if you cared.
Let's take a look at this day in history. Back in 1497, the first recorded sighting of North America by a European took place when explorer John Cabot, on a voyage for England, spotted land, probably in present-day Canada. He claimed that piece of land for England, which is now Newfoundland. In 1892, Robert Ford was gunned down in a Creede, Colorado saloon. 10 years earlier, as a new recruit in the Jesse James gang, he had killed Jesse for a $10,000 reward. In 1951, CBS aired the first color television program, a variety show called Premiere, which reached 4 cities but had less than realistic colors.
CBS presents this program in color.
In 1997, the Air Force released a report on the so-called Roswell incident, suggesting the alien bodies witnesses reported seeing in 1947 were actually life-size dummies.
I ain't no dummy.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you try to cover that up some more? In 2010, John Isner of the United States defeated Nicolas Mahut of France at Wimbledon in the longest match in professional tennis history. It went 11 hours and 5 minutes over 3 days. In 2014, the original lyrics to Like a Rolling Stone, handwritten by Bob Dylan on hotel stationery, sold for $2 million at auction.
Ka-ching!
In 2018, women were allowed to drive for the first time in Saudi Arabia. And in 2022, the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, holding that there was no longer a federal constitution right to an abortion. Abortion rights would be determined by the states.
It's wedding season, and that means you may have to make a wedding speech. That's why you need Wedding Speeches for Dummies, the new book that tells you what not to say. For instance,
and I'm really happy for Ted and Sarah. He has a great girl, and I should know. Remember New Year's?
Tina, I'm so happy that the two of you will grow old together. Well, you'll grow old. He's already old. Why did you marry a guy so much older than you?
Pete, I never thought I'd see the day when you got married. Seriously, I thought you were into dudes. Remember New Year's?
avoid these blunders with Wedding Speeches for Dummies, the new book available now.
Special events for today. It's National Pralines Day. It's National Relationship Equality Day. It's Swim a Lap Day. It's Upcycling Day. To avoid wasting items, make a list of everything that can be reused or upcycled. And fantasy, imagination, and a little bit of pixie dust come together on June 24th every year in honor of International Fairy Day. And let's check out the news. A study found that 70% of parents would be okay with sending kids back to school after just a week or two off this summer. Turns out after 2 weeks, even YouTube and a trunk of snacks couldn't rescue parents.
Oh, hell to the no.
Americans are reading less than 19 minutes a day. That's because Instagram captions are the new novels. Donald Trump claims that President Joe Biden stole hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of cocaine from the White House. I think Biden's more likely to walk out with Metamucil. McDonald's will soon introduce a $5 meal deal. It's the easy way to turn $5 into 5 pounds. A study finds the average person eats 30 pounds of lettuce each year. Yeah, 30 pounds of lettuce topped with 40 gallons of ranch dressing. Scientists say the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs hit Earth during the spring, but after daylight savings time, which means they still had to deal with the headache of adjusting their sleep. A study confirmed that if you increase your consumption of ultra-processed foods, you correspondingly increase your chance of developing cancer. In other words, the danger of bologna is no bologna. Well, nearly 71 million people are expected to travel over the 4th of July week. As the nation gears up for the July 4th holiday, a whopping 71 million Americans are anticipated to hit the road, take to the skies, or cruise the waters.
Yeah, baby.
In a surprising type of recall, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has issued one for the Joy Jolt branded 16-ounce coffee mugs. The reason? These now recalled glass coffee mugs are not safe for use with hot beverages like coffee. It seems that the glass used in the manufacturing of these mugs is not equipped to handle the heat from hot liquids, which poses a significant safety hazard to consumers. The mugs may shatter or break when exposed to high temperatures, creating a potential risk of burns or injuries. Obviously, this is not the type of coffee mug we want to put our hot beverages in. Amazon has recently announced a significant shift in its packaging strategy to reduce its environmental impact. The company shared that it has decreased its use of plastic air pillows by 95% and has replaced them with crumbled paper filler in North American deliveries. Bugatti, the prestigious French luxury car manufacturer, has just unveiled its latest creation, a jaw-dropping hybrid hypercar that costs $4 million. Named the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport, this beast boasts a mind-boggling 1,800 horsepower, making it one of the most powerful production cars ever created. Top speed, just over 280 miles an hour. Well, it's grilling season. Have you tried this burger grilling tip? If you want a perfectly juicy burger, put an ice cube in the middle of a patty, folding the meat around it, and then grilling it. That way, the ice keeps the patty moist so it doesn't dry out. A common grilling mistake that leads to dry burgers, biting into your meat right away. If you let the patty sit for 5 minutes after taking it off the grill, The juices that have pooled in the center of your burger will reabsorb into the rest of the meat.
Has your boyfriend been careless or negligent? Did he fail to drive you to the airport? Did he not open the door for you? Maybe he just forgot to take out the garbage. Then you may be entitled to money, and the Bad Boyfriend Lawyers will make that happen. Yes, whether your boyfriend forgot to get you something nice on your birthday, or just forgot to tell you your nails look pretty right after you got them done, we'll get you financial compensation. Just listen to this satisfied client.
My sister's husband filed for divorce, and when my boyfriend found out about it, he said, well, he doesn't deserve her anyway. What's that supposed to mean? Because it sounded like my boyfriend was saying my sister's hot. Well, the Bad Boyfriend Lawyers helped me sue him, and I got $50,000 for pain and suffering. Thanks, Bad Boyfriend Lawyers.
You're welcome. So if you have a boyfriend who did something bad, call the Bad Boyfriend Lawyers. Making the law work for you. Se habla español.
Talking to plants makes them grow, especially if you are a woman. According to an experiment by Britain's Royal Horticultural Society, female gardeners' voices speed up growth of tomato plants much more than men's. In an experiment, they found that tomato plants grew up to 2 inches taller if they were serenaded by the dulcet tones of a female rather than a male. A recent study conducted by the Wall Street Journal and an academic researcher has revealed concerning findings about Instagram's algorithm. The study found that Instagram repeatedly recommends sexual videos to young teenagers, some as young as 13 years old. Over several months, accounts identified as 13-year-olds were shown a high rate of sexual videos with little to no prompting. The accounts initially viewed content like comedy cars or stunts, but quickly transitioned to sexual content recommendations. Even though the accounts did not engage with or save these videos, the algorithm continued to suggest more explicit content. In contrast, similar tests on TikTok and Snapchat showed less explicit content being recommended to teen users. A recent study from Rhode Island suggests that adorable ducklings may be behind some of the flooding issues in the area. According to reports, rescue crews in North Providence were called to clear storm drains that were blocked by none other than the ducklings. A spectacle that doesn't occur often is about to light up the night sky as astronomers predict a nova event in the upcoming months, visible right from Earth without the aid of any special equipment. T Coronii Borealis, a binary star system, is gearing up for a grand celestial show that hasn't been witnessed with such clarity since 1946. The light show will be an explosion triggered by a white dwarf star siphoning material from its neighboring red giant, leading to a dramatic spike in brightness. Once the event reaches its peak, the nova will be visible to the naked eye for up to a week. The Oklahoma man who claimed his friend tried to have Bigfoot eat him has been sentenced to life in prison without parole. This shocking case unfolded during a noodling trip on the South Canadian River in 2022 when Larry Sanders admitted to hitting and strangling his friend, Jimmy Knighton. Sanders alleged that Knighton summoned Bigfoot to attack him, leading to the violent confrontation. Looking for a break from the mundane routine of your day job? Tasmania has just the solution for you. The Australian island state has launched a unique initiative to entice tourists during its winter months by offering a variety of quirky temporary roles. Winter in Australia runs from June to August. From paranormal investigator to wombat walker, there are 10 unconventional positions up for grabs. Successful applicants will enjoy all expenses paid by the Tasmanian Tourist Board, including travel, food, and accommodations. If you ever dreamed of hunting for truffles, organizing oysters, or whispering to wine, this is your chance to step out of your comfort zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. I apologize for the delay. We are kind of stuck here at the gate because if you look to your right, there appears to be a group of climate activists spray painting the aircraft. Apparently, they think this is Taylor Swift's tour plane. If you could please just wave your hand in front of your window and point at that other plane over there, I'd appreciate it. The one with Taylor Swift's face plastered on the side of it. I mean, this is clearly not Taylor's plane. Hang on a second, let me just... Hey, that's Taylor's plane, not this one. Yeah, they're not getting it. And look, there's Taylor out there on the tarmac walking to her plane. What's wrong with you people? Taylor's right there. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we know you have a choice which airline you fly, and you chose the one that is not Taylor Swift's plane. I just wish those dummies out there knew it.
Imagine getting paid a full salary for 2 decades without having to work a single day. While it sounds like a dream for many, Lawrence von Wassenhove is living that reality in France, and it's anything but dreamy for her. The former Orange Mobile employee has been on paid leave for 20 years due to health issues that prevent her from working. She suffers from epilepsy, among other things, which limits her mobility and ability to work. Despite being paid her salary, Lawrence says she feels isolated and excluded from the workforce. Lawrence's lawyer claims that she's been discriminated against due to her disabilities and has suffered from depression as a result of her circumstances. Orange, on the other hand, says they have done everything to accommodate Lawrence's needs, including offering her retirement due to her disability. Now Lawrence is taking legal action against Orange, seeking compensation for what she believes is harassment and discrimination in the workplace. Time for dumb news. A Tampa woman heard her car's alarm going off and, thinking the neighbor's cats had set it off again, went out to check. When she opened the passenger door, she said a man grabbed her arm. The woman ran inside and called police, who responded and caught the intruder after a brief foot chase. The man identified himself as Jess Hillman and asked an officer, "What'd I get the cops called on me for?" He claimed he lived in the neighborhood and he was in the car business. Stuff went down, police ran his fingerprints and found his real identity. Jesse Hall, who had escaped from an Orlando prison where he was doing time for 2 counts of grand theft auto. A section of highway in the UK was blocked after a truck spilled its load of instant mashed potato mix. Yummy. In Germany, thieves made a clean getaway after stealing detergent worth about $80,000 from a trailer. In Portugal, an inmate was halfway through a 17-year jail term when he decided he'd had enough. So he started digging a tunnel out of his cell and for weeks tried to work his way through the dirt to the outside of the facility. Unfortunately, when he finally emerged from his tunnel, he had miscalculated and was still in the prison yard. He was about 10 feet short. Prison guards grabbed him and threw him into another cell while they filled in the tunnel. A 2-car crash in Lake Forest, California resulted in injuries requiring paramedics. What firefighters couldn't explain was how it happened. A fire hydrant had been sheared off and one of the car's rear end was left levitating 7 to 8 feet in the air due to the huge jet of water spraying straight up. A fire department spokesman said, "We're going to chalk this up to something you don't see every day." A bear got into 4 houses in Sierra Madre, California. At Lori Duvall's house, it entered through a screen door. Lori said the bear just opened the freezer and took my packaged chicken. The bear, which the police chased away, ultimately dropped the chicken, which the police returned. And let's take a look at the horrible scopes. If today is your birthday, you are a Cancer. Any long-lasting thoughts about colors will fade later today. If there's one thing you can take for granted this week, it's that things cannot be taken for granted. The heavens are unpredictable for laymen, yet I am truly the seer of seers. Bow before me and tremble in my fear that my wrath may cause you stubbed toes. Leo, your mother is proud of you. All the email addresses in the world won't make up for the fact that you are socially retarded. Your learning may give you cause to grieve today as you are unable to stop local flooding using trigonometry alone. Virgo, your worst fears may come to light today when you are shoved into a very small hole filled with sharks, insects, spiders, snakes, and moths. Placing your mouth around the exhaust of a car stuck in traffic is bound to cause more traffic problems. Please take into consideration the needs of others. Your favorite place may change today as you have new reason for utter joy. Your spine is going to feel a tingling sensation later today, and you're not going to be able to attribute it to anything specific. Libra, all that which you experience today will be cataloged under things not to do in public again. For what it's worth, today is going to be very, very short, which is a very good thing for you. The next person to offer you advice will have a secret agenda that you ought to be wary of. Release your anger safely, write a story for the spook. Scorpio, the future holds great peril for a masked magician in your area. Please phone your nearest masked magician and let him know. Silver foil can make a good hat, it's true. However, it can also be used as a sheath should you find yourself the lucky one at lunchtime. Discarded sandwiches may prove lucky for any local tramps. The smoothness of your arms are testament to all your work in that area. Remember, it's unfair to expect your friends and family to provide you with alibis. Sagittarius, describing yourself in a local rag as a badass dude from the Badlands is a great way to invite ridicule upon yourself. Opportunity is waiting round every corner. All you've got to do is catch up with him, put him in a big box, and beat him with a big stick. A chance encounter with someone you hate will leave you feeling bitter and angry today. Capricorn, feeling locked up when you're in an open park is a sure sign that you're slightly claustrophobic. This horrible scope was brought to you in association with the Bloody Obvious. This month provides you with the greatest challenge of making it, so pray to the planets that stay in alignment or this horrible scope will not be fulfilled. Being mean is what makes bullies happy. Don't make them have to be unhappy. Imagine what the mean-spirited little twats would do then. Aquarius, today you will find your favorite attribute in a person is their ability to tell you how fantastic you are. The number 10 may be given added significance today and will randomly pop up in everyday conversations. Feeding stray cats may seem important to you today in order to get a feeling of overwhelming satisfaction. The world moves pretty fast around you and you must learn to slow it down to a reasonable pace. Much of this can be done with a hefty broadsword. Pisces, giraffes are one of nature's most bizarre creatures. Whilst this may seem like a fact out of the blue, you'll soon see the relevance over the coming fortnight. Dogs can be a man's best friend or a woman's best friend. They could also be a child's best friend or a cat's best friend. Dogs are totally flexible. Rankle is a beautiful word, but may blow your world apart today. Aries, it may become apparent today that you are gradually becoming what you always hated. Phone your father and tell him. Unruly behavior by your closest friends can be solved using cake forks. Your subconscious may decide to rebel against you today and force you to remember everything you had managed to block out. Taurus, if Jesus were here, he'd probably bless you in light of what's going to happen to you today. Your lucky bus number for today is 212. Wires, connections, switches, plugs, hot burning sensations, melted shoes. It's all a nightmare and it's coming to visit you soon. And finally, Gemini. All that you are may be called into question today when somebody calls you a Nancy. Hope can be found in the bottom of some packets of cereal. However, relying on this fact is probably a folly you should avoid. The countries that have issued orders for your arrest will close in today and cause you to go without clean pants for 2 days. You're single, so what are you doing reading this when you could be out there having fun? Go let your hair down. And those are your official, world-famous The Whack in the Morning horrible scopes. And remember,
Don't leave home without it.
Coming soon, it's the countdown to the presidential debate with exclusive footage of each candidate preparing for the big face-off. First, there's Joe Biden.
I gotta be alert. Let me practice talking with numbers, counting down. 10, 9, 7, 2, let me start over.
And watch as former President Trump prepares for the big showdown.
I'm going to win this debate. I'm going to bigly win. And if I get sentenced to prison time, I can be out in 6 months with good behavior. So that means I'll be president for 3 years and 6 months. And you'll all be sorry for wronging me. That I can tell you.
It's the countdown to the debate.
You're going down, Biden.
No, Trump, you're gonna do the thing with the corn pop. Where am I?
Don't miss it.
Monday blues, Monday blues. Don't you know I've got those Monday blues?
Serving the Podverse every day and every year. From now to eternity, here is your master of disaster, the king of sting, Zach DeWack.
In India, a woman by the name of Tanvi put in an Amazon order for a new Xbox controller and received an unexpected bonus delivery along with it. A video posted online shows that inside the delivery box with the controller was a baby spectacled cobra, or Indian cobra, with venom that's potentially fatal to humans. Tanvi says she was put on hold for 2 hours by Amazon customer service while trying to deal with the problem, and she's positive it happened because of a serious lapse in safety by the warehouse where her shipment was packaged. The cost of her delivery was refunded, but Tanvi is still exploring other legal options. Never let it be said that dreams don't come true. George Santos is on OnlyFans. That's right, fans of the disgraced, lying former congressman and cameo star can now pay the low price of $29.99 each month to get the full behind-the-scenes access to everything he's working on. Santos stresses that not all content on OnlyFans is porn, and his page won't include anything sexual whatsoever, which is something we can all breathe a collective sigh of relief over. That said, however, Santos has been known to lie before, so you've been warned.
In the market for a new car? Then come on down to I Hate America Days at Dictator Motors. Hi, it's Vladimir Putin, and I have all sorts of very nice automobiles priced to move. Just listen to this satisfied customer.
Greetings, it is Kim Jong-un, and my buddy Vladdy just got me a great deal on a nice stretch limousine. My favorite. Plus, he threw in a tea set and a dagger.
That's right, and I'll take any trade. And I'm not just talking about cars.
I brought in 4 ballistic missiles, and he gave me a second limo. Fair trade.
Yes, push, pull, or drag your nuclear weapons in, and I'll give you the car of your dreams.
And if you choose to shop for your car elsewhere, you will be executed.
He's right, you will. So come on down to I Hate America Days at Dictator Motors. See you soon.
Guards, execute that man over there who isn't rushing to Dictator Motors to take advantage of these hot deals.
Thanks, Kim Jong-un.
A Japanese man borrowed some luck of the Irish and broke a Guinness World Record by growing a 63-leaf clover. 45-year-old Yashaharu Watanabe started cross-pollinating clovers at his Japanese home in 2012 with an aim toward breaking the world record. Since the number of leaves have been increasing year by year, I have been aiming for the Guinness World Records title ever since, he told Guinness World Records. Watanabe said he used a combination of letting his clover patches pollinate naturally and hand-pollinating those with the most leaves. He said the methods weren't always successful. Watanabe's prized clover has 63 leaves, beating the previous record of 56 leaves set by fellow Japanese resident Shigeru Obara in 2009. A message in a bottle launched from an island between the United States and Canada turned up 63 years later near Boston. Fisheries and Oceans Canada Maritime said in a social media post that the bottle with a note inside was a drift bottle used to track surface currents. A bottle 105 launched in 1961 from Makia Seal Island, a disputed island in the Bay of Fundy, was found recently on the northern tip of Cape Cod. The bottle contained a note promising a $1 reward if the finder reported the bottle's location to researchers. It was unclear whether the offer remains valid. And that does it for your Monday show. You've been listening to the Always First, Never Last podcast with me, your Doomsday host, Mr. Zach Wackalina. Be sure to connect with me at ZachDawack.com. That's ZACKDAWACK.com. Or call DeWack's Bone phone, 984-DeWack1. That's 984-329-2251. Like, subscribe, and please share this show with someone you love. Thank you for listening. I'm out of here like Vladimir. Until next time, and there will be a next time. Don't forget us, and we won't forget you. I'm Zach the Wack, saying, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Grits ain't groceries. Eggs ain't poultry. And Mona Lisa was a man. I'll be back Friday, same whack time, same whack channel. Whack out.
You're listening to Dowick in the Morning.
Don't be a butthead. Don't be a butthead in the morning, in the morning.
The mothership has landed.
Extraordinary.
Wow, that's a lot.
Wow, big shot, big shot.
Lay off the donuts, okay? Thank you.
Smishity smash that like button.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, wow.
In kindergarten, it's finders keepers.
Bye, buckaroos. World, global, universal, and cosmological rights reserved.
2024.
It's Zach DeWack in the morning.